Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Destiny.
I'm Wanda.
And together we are the
Mother and Daughter Duo.
Alright guys, welcome back to another Girls Talk. Today we're going to be speaking on women supporting women. This is so important because we see a lot of women not banding together to help each other, or there's one woman criticizing someone else for doing this. It's just a whole lot of stuff that needs to stop. Really.
And what we need to be doing is basically lifting each other up. That's what we got to do.
Yeah.
It has to start somewhere.
It has to start somewhere. So we're hoping that you can take away from this video today. So yeah. In the last video, you probably peeped at how we just went back and forth with our key points. So I'm going to let Mom start. And yeah, we both have our tablets here. So...
And why we chose to have our tablets, because it's oftentimes we have so many ideas
if we just write them
flooding in
down
our head at one time, and if you don't kind of write it down, you'll forget what it is that you might want to say.
And you'll even hear us say things that are not even on here. It's just that we just like to put a few things down so we won't forget.
And this is just some of the few.
Yeah, it's not everything.
It's not everything, but it's just some of the few ways
you can
do to support each other.
Yes.
And I'm going to start with number one.
Okay.
And that's that we got to treat each other the way we wish to be treated.
Yes.
In other words, it's nothing worse than feeling like you're out of place, or
not loved,
you're not good enough, or don't nobody care. We got to all feel like that we are wanted. And that's dear to me. Number one is treat people the way you wish to be treated. It's the first thing. Mm-hmm.
The first thing that I have is assisting other women through their hardships. And what I mean by that is she can be going through a breakup, divorce, losing a loved one, a job. It can be anything. And you're there for her to hold her hand and walk beside her during this, what sometimes may feel like a crisis, because us women, we carry things a lot more harder than men do. So just to hold her hand and say, hey, I'm here, like, we got this together. And that's a way that you can support another woman.
Yes, because she could also be going through something abusive.
Yeah, you never know.
Physically, emotionally, mentally. And so it's good. Sometimes often women don't want to talk at the time that it's happening. Mm-hmm. They just need to know that someone is there.
Absolutely.
Again, a support system.
Yeah.
And so the second thing that's near to me is number two, is that we must be happy when we as women succeed. When we as women see friends or strangers making big moves, let's offer ladies a congratulations. Let her know that you're there if she needs you.
Yeah, I feel like that's important, because it's not going to hurt you to support someone else, like we said. Was Mom done with her?
And you know what? And believe it or not, you'll also see good in your own life.
Yes.
And why I say that, because basically, what is meant for you, nobody can take it away. Like if God got something in store for you,
absolutely.
I don't care who you tell, what you choose this. If He said to me that Wanda, this is for you, nobody can take it away from you.
That's so true.
Nobody can do so.
Okay, let's start with my second one. Well, move on to my second one. I have speak in terms of encouragement, constantly letting someone, a woman know that, she's beautiful, you're worth it, girl, like, and that she can accomplish anything that she set her mind to. So I feel like that's important, because just having that motivation from someone saying like, hey girl, like, you go get that job, like, you got this, like, you can do it.
In other words, I would like to say, in other words, create your own lane.
Yeah.
Something that's unique just for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to try to duplicate what you're doing, but I can aid you in what you're doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's Mom's turn.
And then the next place that I want to go with this is I want to make sure that we listen to each other. We got to understand what is being said. Even if, just like if you're in counseling, it's oftentimes that the husband will say something, then the wife will say, and then I will basically go in and say, let me make sure, is it this is what you're trying to say to me? In other words, reiterate, let me explain to you what I think it is that you are trying to say to me. So we got to listen at each other. We got to stop trying to over talk. We got to try to stop putting our own input in anything. We have to
Kind of just hear them
listen.
out.
We got to hear them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, number 3 for me, motivate women to empower themselves and others around them. That kind of goes back to what I said before. Share your experiences, your stories, and see how you guys can all relate to one another, because, you know, someone hears something that someone is talking about and they're going through it, they can relate to each other, and it can be a way to support them, because, like, well, I can take away from what she said and apply it to my own situation, if that makes sense. I know that's something that we always talk about, so yes, okay, it's my turn.
And then another thing that I want to talk about, Siobhan, is near to me, for instance, it's amazing that we'll see the women, we're struggling, and yet we'll go and buy something from this person, and not to say that we shouldn't, but if you see, like for instance, when we go to Jersey Garden Mall, there's a woman shop there, she's catering to everything women. Let's start to support businesses, whether that be black, white, Asian, whoever, anybody. Let's start to support women businesses. It's very important that we do so. And so that's another one that's dear to my heart. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we as women bond together, Siobhan, we unstoppable.
Yes, we are.
You know what I'm saying? If we just get it, it is so much that we as women can do if we just stop saying, I'm scared she's going to get more than me, I'm going to get more than her. Instead of we embracing each other, we can do powerful things. Remember when I was just saying to you about creating, shopping at each other's businesses? Because what tends to happen is that when we support women, we create an opportunity for women to gain financial freedom. It's so important. Like, who doesn't want to own their own business? Who wants to be working under someone all the time? That if we just reach out to support and offer lending hand, again, like I said, you can only imagine what women do. Like Beyonce say, who runs the world? You know what I'm saying? We run this world.
We run the world. That is so true.
Because for as men is concerned, I need to go there. But if it had not been for women, they would not exist.
Yeah, that is true. That is very true. All right, number 4. I have paved the way. Being yourself, like when young women especially see another woman doing something, it inspires them to follow in the right footsteps and just take those decisions that they're making and rethink them. Like, is this truly what I want to do? It's sort of like an empowerment, because like they're following you, they're looking up to you, and you're supporting them through maybe like, I went through this, and when you were younger, like when I was younger, I feel what you're saying. So yeah.
Because I think, Siobhan, I hear you trying to say, another woman's success is not your failure, because behind every great woman, there's another great woman. It's played behind. Hear me? Like they used to say, behind every good man there's a strong woman. No, behind every good woman
there's
another
great woman.
It's another great woman.
I like
She's
that.
just waiting for you to just let her step out there and be her own unique self.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Okay. My next one. Find a way to help instead of criticizing. Reiterating back to what I just said, it could be a young female who possibly had a child, and instead of you saying, that's too bad, but you know what?
Well, grandmother might say, oh, you shouldn't have, back in the old days,
my grandmother would say,
oh, ain't nobody's gonna tell you to have you being fast out there.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna tell you to get your stomach knocked out. Oh, what you gonna do? I'm not babysitting.
But she already has that child, and she can't turn back. So instead of you saying, that's too bad, well, maybe I know it's hard, and you let me see if I can take the child twice out of the week to help you out.
If she want to go back to school.
If she wants to go back to school.
She might want to get her, just whatever. Sometimes
she might want to utilize that time.
Like sometimes, what I think I hear you trying to say, sometimes if we just need us time. It's so many times that we as women try to be superhero, and we don't know how important that it is to take care of our own self. It only makes, when we step back as parents or a mother and take care of ourselves, it only allows us to do better for our kids.
Yeah.
We don't oftentimes know that we need the help. And sometimes it's not until that it's given, you say, wow, that took
I feel good.
that I just want to take a nice bubble bath, where I'm going to cut on
Sometimes you just don't want to do anything.
You see what
with
I'm saying?
that
Just
time.
be there. You just want to light some candles. You might just want to sit there and just be in your thoughts.
Yeah.
So giving back, like when we were saying, another thing that I was saying is call on, like when we don't know who to turn to. If you have a church home, you can call on the elders of the church. You should be able to go to that person, to the church, the first lady, and say, look, I'm going through a hard time. Is there any way you can reach out to some of the members that will aid their assistance for me to go back to school? Just have a little me time, just getting my child. I know, like you said, that I didn't have the baby, but we're talking about women, supporting women. And if you can offer that way, if you see yourself in that young lady, why not? Why not offer assistance if you can help? And you know what, Siobhan, another thing that I want to say, and it's amazing because I'm glad that I wrote this down because my head is flooding. And if I didn't write some of this down, I would miss some of, like I said again, this is not everything. This is just some of the ways in which we can support each other. And I wanted to talk about wanting a woman to succeed or be successful without jealousy, destiny, is a pure sign of grace. Do you know how that make you look when when you find people talking about other people because they have their own insecurity, and when you can sit back and you can admire another woman,
you say, wow, she's beautiful.
Wow,
I aspire to be like her.
Yes, it makes a world of difference. It makes, especially coming because we condemn each other. It's oftentimes, and let me just use an example. Siobhan, we as women compete against each other. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's just say you have a Louis Vuitton bag and I have a B. Makowski bag. We already know that the Louis Vuitton bag costs thousands of dollars. It's women that recognize the name brand. Men, I mean, some men do, but most men doesn't
really
care
about
if you got $1,000 bag. It's we as women
that try to
compete against each other.
I know she's not carrying that big bag. You might have heard someone say that
So
before,
what if I want to carry it? Does that make me any less than you? Maybe I'm not in a place that I can afford it, or maybe materialistic things
don't matter
to you because I know it doesn't for me. Like and the way I put on my clothes, you would think that my outfits cost $1,000.
It's all about knowing how to dress, really.
So like I said, let's stop again tearing each other down, and we need to build each other up. Plain and simple.
So I'm gonna let my mom take the floor because actually she has a couple of tips that she wants to share with you guys. And I actually have a few questions for you guys.
Always me, Siobhan. So again, Siobhan, what mommy want to say, and the reason why I came up with some of these points, again we're talking about support here. I'm going to take you back to a place when I used to work in Jersey City.
Oh yeah.
I was saying, people, remember we talked about being friends. If you go back and listen at the first the first girl talk about being friends and ways that we can, stop, trying to hurt each other. We all have that time of the month.
Oh yeah.
At that time, I was having, a bad day at work, and that day, things was all over the place. I think it's often important that we keep like Tylenols in our bag, sanitary napkins in our bag, baby wipes in our bags. I was in the bathroom. I never will forget this day, and I was bleeding all over the place. And I was saying, I didn't realize maybe that perhaps I was talking out loud, and I must have said something pertaining to the bleeding. So a lady reached her hand up under the stall, and she said to me, "Can you use this?" And it broke me because she offered me tampons, she offered me baby wipes, she offered me Motrin, and I was amazed that had I been prepared, I would have been okay. So I say that to say, because when you do that, you can save a woman and make a friend. And we became friends until this day. And when I came out of the stall, she kind of embraced me. And it's amazing that when women get together, we can talk about any and everything. And I had this particular day, I was running late from coming back to lunch because we did a bonding in the bathroom and I didn't realize how much of time that I had took up because she basically just came in and saved the day. So I say, save a woman and make a friend. And that's exactly what happens.
I like that.
Those little things that you can do. And another thing, Siobhan, that I want to say is we need to hire women. We need to train women.
Yeah.
We need to mentor women. We need to be the driving force that turn that young lady big dreams into the badass that she's destined to be.
Okay.
Let me say that again. We need to be the driving force that turn that young woman's big dream into the badass that she was destined to be.
I like that.
And why I say that, Siobhan, because it's oftentimes we fall off. We don't always do what we should be doing, what we're supposed to do. Help that young lady get back on track. Let her realize that she have a big dream and let her live that dream to the fullest. It's so important that we do so. In other words, I'm going to say this. We need to lend our support. And I know that we said it. I'm going to say it again. We must lend our support, people. We have got to stop being, again, when we go back to the girl talk, we got to, Siobhan, stop being competitive. We got to lift each other. And like I said, it's amazing that if we as women all join hands, if we were to get in the circle and we embrace hands, it's incredible what we can do as women. We are powerful, more powerful than we know.
Yeah.
We just have to stop condemning. We gotta stop tearing down. We gotta stop hating. In other words, like if you see that young lady in front of you and you know that you're winning, turn back around. Is it so important that you always win? Stop. Say, wait a minute. Go back and reach for that lady and grab her along with you and say, my friend, we're gonna do this. We're gonna run this race together.
I like that.
It's a must, and it's late, and it's better now than never, or than later. Let's get together and let's do what we as women are capable of doing. Beyonce said it best again. We run this world.
Period. That is so true. I have a couple of questions that I actually want you guys to go in the comments and answer. I guess they kind of pertain to female rivalry, if you will. The first question is, why do women hate each other for no reason? I'm talking about you can be, going about your day, you see another female, and it's just like you just hate her for no reason because of what exactly? I don't know. And you don't even know, you just hate her.
Yes, tell us in the comments.
Yeah, tell us in the comments,
why
just
are we like that?
why are some women like that?
We're quick
To judge.
to condemn.
Yeah, condemn and
Tear down.
judge. The next one I want you guys to answer is, why do we pretend to support women? Like, we'll be like, oh girl, yeah, I'm rooting for you. And like when she walks away, it's like, oh my god, I can't stand her. Like,
I hope she fails.
I hope she fails.
She goes
like,
nowhere fast.
Yeah, like why do we pretend to support women? Like, I'd rather you not support her and just, stay away than to pretend or why not really help support her? Like, I don't understand why.
Because remember I said earlier, your success doesn't
not
equal my failure.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't work like that. So I want you guys to answer that. And the last one is, in what way can we support each other? I want you guys to comment some things down below.
What kind of support can you use?
use?
Put it in the comments. Do you need somebody to watch the kids for you? Do you need want to go back to school? That you need somebody? Do you want just anything? Do you need a couple of hours to wind down? Do you just want to get out and get your hair done? Do you want to get out and go dancing? What are some of the ways that someone could offer you support? Let us know in the comments. We want to hear from you.
So that is pretty much everything. Well, not everything, but a few things that we wanted to share with you guys. That wraps it up. We want to thank. Yes, we hope you enjoy it. We want to thank our subscribers, our supporters. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
We really appreciate it. Like I said, comment down below, like this video, share this video, turn on your notifications so that you're alerted when we post another video. Is there anything you want to add?
I hope you enjoyed this
We
video.
hope you guys enjoy. Bye.
Bye.